Welcome to Dusseldorf on the Princess stand, and we are here today for the world premiere of this, the new F58. This is going to be a direct replacement for the F55, which has been a hugely popular model for Princess, and we're here to have a look round. Let's start here on the transom because there's a few changes here which kind of are firsts for Princess. If we start here, we have a drop-down seat which we've seen on other boats, but is a great place to just sit and chill, look out over the water, I don't know, watch the kids paddleboarding or whatever it might be, but I suppose it's emphasising the beach club element of this boat. Also a nice feature here, we've got storage for a sea bob, and this is actually on its own little mount and track and just slides out. So easy access, and there's also a charging point there for that. So above that we have this, what is now a locker, but you can actually spec this with a sink and a griddle, so you can actually cook here on the platform. Also, to make this, I guess, more of a bit of a beach club, you can actually drop poles into the platform and have a small bimini over the whole place. So real emphasis on that kind of beach club feature, and I guess, you know, that's the way boats are going these days. It's all about being close to the water and enjoying the water. So come with me and let's go and have a look up on the boat itself. Right, as we come through, access both sides, nice and wide. We've got handholds here. First thing we're met with is our stern mooring gear, all beautifully finished and beautifully chunky. And our powered winches there, foot button down there. So for those med stern moorings, that's all set up. And each side has a side access gate, so that if you are moored side 2, then you don't have to be clambering over the sides. Let's have a quick look round this cockpit itself, because it is quite beautiful. I'm just going to show you the roof, the extension of the Flybridge there, because it comes way back, so you are very sheltered from sun or I guess rain if you're in the UK, but you can see the tracks here as well. So you can have canopies which enclose this whole area, so if you were in inclement weather, it becomes a really nicely sealed room. But let's have a quick look round the cockpit here. So we've got the steps up to the Flybridge there, which we'll have a look at in a minute. There we've got a beautiful table and U-shaped seating which extends right round here, so you'll easily seat 4 or 5 there. Table obviously will reduce in size, but is set up currently for dining there. Down there are the engines, and we'll pop down and have a look in there in a while. Down here we have our bilge pumps, manual bilge pumps, and our fuel shut-off valves. And a very neat feature up here, this is actually your third helm station. So often they're actually just a permanent fixture, but this is nicely tucked away, and if you are backing into a berth, that's your view, so absolutely perfect. Let's take that away. Another nice feature here, and we'll have a look at as we go inside later, is this screen here folds up there on that large strut and really opens up the galley, so that if you are dining out here, you can easily access whoever's cooking and can pass it out to you. So let's have a wander down the side decks, which are very nicely finished and nicely wide. Handrails come right up to virtually your waist. Just have a quick look up here as well. You've got a handhold here, and nice detailing with this sort of stripe in a metallic blue. But let's wander down the side decks. We've got a step up here and come round onto this fabulous socializing area up on the bow here. So you've got one large sofa where you'd easily get 4 on, cup holders behind. Just in here is storage for fenders, lines, whatever. And then here we've got a very clever system where you can have additional seating, so you can face your friends that way, or it can be set up like this to make a sun pad, and that back will obviously lift up and down to get the correct angle. Now this is a really nice feature up here as well, because in here you've got another fridge, a little chiller, so you can put drinks in there and you don't have to go back and forward to the fridge in the galley to get a cold drink. But if we just come right up onto the bow, you can see all that chunky anchor gear, windlass there. Just pop this hatch up so you can see. Full of covers at the moment because we're at the show, but the chain is down there. And then on the other side here, we've got a store and they've got the hose in there. You've got the winch handles for manually doing the winch if you need to, and the remote for that windlass. Have a quick look back. You can see the hard top there. That hard top is an option, but I imagine a lot of people will go for that because it's a beautiful thing. And very practical, but we'll have a look at that in a second. Right, let's jump up to the Flybridge. And I'm just going to give you a quick pan around here so you can see what we've got. So a very nice setup. And the first obvious change we see is that the wet bar is actually at the stern of the boat. It used to be just behind the helm seats there, but now it's here, which is great because it's right next to the table, so you're not having to go far to serve your food. But in here, we've got a nice sink. Under here, we've got some storage there. This one is a really nice size drawer pull-out fridge. And then over here, we've got a slide-out bin and plenty of workspace. The seating area itself is a really good size. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 6 easily around that table, but it's beautifully finished. I love the grain in there. This obviously folds and makes much smaller and is also, as you can see, electrically operated and will go up and down, so you could make it into more of a coffee table if you want. So going forward, starboard side, we have all that seating, and there is actually an infill here, so you can make that into a sun pad as well if you don't want it as seating. But let's have a look at the helm station. Just have a quick pan around. So you've got 2 big screens, which is brilliant. You've got all your controls really close at hand. So we've got the throttles for our engines. We've got a joystick controller to make berthing easier. Bow and stern thrusters, just everything. And the view is brilliant. It's a very comfortable place to be on passage. If I just look at the seating as well, we've got 2 really nice seats. The helm is more central, so not tucked away, and then the navigator seat is there, and there is a gap there for access should you need to get out without disturbing the helm. The hardtop, as I say, this is an option. You can just go for a bimini if you'd rather, but it is very impressive and will give amazing shade. It does have a big sliding canvas section, so you can let in all the sun you want, but you can also have the option to keep the sun out if you want. Now in here, this is an additional storage, or as you see here, it's had the option of making it into an additional chiller. Right, let's go and have a look inside the boat. So, we feel that it is very, very open immediately with that window lifted up there. But as you come in, we see a nice change of flooring, and then we have another change to the 58 over the 55 in that the dining area is actually down here rather than up there, and that makes it really accessible to the galley. So the dining area will seat 4, 5, 6, and again we'll fold up and make it into a smaller table if you need to. But the galley, really nicely fitted out. Let's have a quick look at it. So we have a hob here, we've got a fridge, we've got freezer down there, we have our oven, in here we have dishwasher, and then plenty of storage around the place. I'll just pop one of those open. There you go. And again, we have storage up above. And a fab view for the cook, which is brilliant. Huge, huge windows here. It really does feel like you're outside, and the views are going to be amazing. There aren't going to be many places you can be where you're not going to have a great view here. So this is I suppose the lounging area. We've got these huge sofas, all beautifully finished, nicely underlit. And wherever you sit, as I say, you're going to have a fabulous view out. Opposite, we have a pop-up TV here. Under here, we've got an additional storage, fridge and ice maker. And a little, if you can see, a little wine rack in there, which is very cool. And then if we go forward again, we have the lower helm station. So again, two beautiful seats. This time the helm is tucked in. And if I just sit up here, you can see what I've got in front of me. Everything beautifully to hand. All my switch gear, my bow thruster, stern thruster, anchor controls, and a great view out. As long as the weather was fine, you'd be helming upstairs, but if it wasn't great weather, it's a very cosy and sheltered place to be. I love this lip over the screens, which will just keep any sunlight off there. Right, let's go down and have a look at the accommodation itself. So I'm going to start up in the VIP. Just give you a quick pan around there. So we've got a nice sized TV, or a big TV, behind there. And here we have some nice storage, hanging storage. And the quality of the finish. Look at the materials used. Because that's one of the big differentiators on a quality boat. Got a little tray for all your knickknacks there. Exactly the same over the other side. Got these lovely big hull windows. So if you're lying in bed, you can look out at the sea. Very cosy, lovely headlining, some wood detailing there, little speakers there, so you can get the benefits of the sound system. And then if I come around here, we have the ensuite, which is a really nice size. Plenty of floor area. So we've got beautiful, decent sized sink with some storage under, mirrored cupboard over, And down here you have the electric loo, and then a walk-in shower. So shower head up there, and again you've got that view out. But it is beautiful. Now this is also the day head, so you've got a door there. But it is quite lovely. So if we move around here, we come into the third cabin, the twin. So we've got twin berths. And again, I'm just going to show you the beautiful materials used, because it is quite exquisite. Sort of leather effect there. We've got our big hull windows there. We have a TV there, and a nice, deep, bright hanging wardrobe there. So that's 3 cabins. Let's just go down here. Before we go into the master, just pop this open, because here we have our washing and drying machines. And then we are into this most fabulous, just give you time to take that in. It's a central large double bed. Again, we've got all those fabulous materials, which I hope you can see. Very cool lighting. That nice wood detailing in the ceiling again. Opposite the bed we have a huge TV. Then over here we have a very large top and plenty of drawers and cupboards right the way along. So loads of storage. I'm going to go down there in a second. But on this side we have a sofa, and again some tops there, storage here and a bit of top there. I do just want to show you this area, because it's not quite a dressing room, but it feels a bit like a dressing alcove, if that's the thing. So here, a nice deep hanging wardrobe, and then on this side, additional hanging, and plenty of storage, and a big mirror. And finally in here we have the ensuite with a huge walk-in shower. Nicely finished flooring. And then if I just turn this way, close the door. See, we've got storage down there, some open storage, electric loo, heated towel rail, and a massive mirror. And also a hull window, but a really nice size, to give you an idea of size. Good size port, it's not a little thing, which is great. Right, let's pop up and we'll have a quick look in the engine room.
Hi David. Tell you who I am. You think that I'm a burglar.
I'm just going to open up the engine room and pop down here.
Jesus Maria, that's a big engine. So you go in on all the details on your channel?
So I'm going to take you around here, because there's several sections to this. So this one fitted with a Seakeeper stabiliser, generator over here, and we've got all our systems, all our hydraulics, our electrics, huge exhausts there. That's for our air conditioning. Just look at the size of those exhausts. And here are these beautiful MAN V8s. If I just come back here, I just want to show you all this. All the battery management, power management, and those huge strainers there for these big engines. But this is a great engine room. I can't quite stand up, but I can certainly walk around with ease and get to everything I need to from a servicing point of view. Extractor fans, a huge fire system. Put my hand in there to give you a scale. So there we go.